Hi, my name is Andrei Degler. I am the head of news at Dealroom. And in this video, I will quickly walk you through the news page on the Dealroom platform. Let's dive into it. So ultimately, the news page is what it says on the tin. It is a feed of news stories that provide real-time context and details to all the data that we are showing across the platform. Effectively, the page consists of three parts. Above, we've got the top stories, and these are curated by the team, and they reflect some of the most important stories that are happening in the global innovation ecosystem at any given point. Inside the story, let's click, you will always find links to the sources used in the preparation of the story, so you can always go and check those for even more details and even more context. Now, let's get back to the main page and take a look at the second part, and that is the news in brief. So this is an automated news feed that is programmatically curated, and it can be seen as a raw, real-time flow of all relevant technology business news happening across the world. These stories are a bit shorter, and they always open on the right-hand side first, just to keep the flow going if you want to skim through several stories. Now, hundreds of stories hit this feed every day, so I believe that it makes most sense to use filters to get updated immediately on the stories that are most relevant and interesting for you. And let's take a look. But before that, by the way, the news page is open for everyone, so anyone can come to this link and take a look. But to use filters, you need to be registered and logged in. So let's see. The filters in the news section, they are an absolute superpower if you ask me, and they are similar to the filters that you can see elsewhere on the platform. So if you've been playing around for a while, you already know what to expect. So essentially, there are two types of filters here. You can filter either to only see certain types of stories, for example, fundraising or M&As, or key hires, for example, or product announcements, and or you can narrow them down to companies that fit certain criteria. So, for example, in practice, you may want to read about, let's say, funding rounds in European companies that work in the energy industry. That's possible. Or perhaps you want to read all stories about unicorns, everything that happens to them globally. That's also fine. Or, for instance, M&A stories from the UK. That's also possible. You can also filter by the amount raised. You can filter by technologies used, by business models that companies employ, and so on and so forth. Now, down below is a sector spotlight, and currently it's on artificial intelligence, and these are alternating every once in a while, and they are there just to showcase some of the most interesting industries and geographies across the world and across the ecosystem. Now, we are actively working on this part of the product, so new filters and new features are added at least monthly. Do take this one for a spin, play around with filters, and let us know what you think. I am very much looking forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you so much.